Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Omni-Viewer, and I'm here once again completely unscripted to give you a little update on what the channel is going to look like in the days to come. I am terribly sorry. I know that I have a tendency to ramble and become strangely inarticulate when I'm doing an unscripted video. Just bear with me until the end so you know what things are going to look like. Now, excuse me, this particular video is, assuming I don't have any problems, going up on March 26th. April is just around the corner. In April, we will have the season premiere, that is to say the premiere of the 5th season of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I'm assuming that if you're one of my subscribers, you know by now that I'm a brony. I've done several episodes that are analyzing the show. I've got derpy hooves in the background of most of my reviews. If you haven't figured it out by now, then you may want to get your eyes checked. Now, my intention with the 5th season is to start doing episode follow-ups. And I will be completely cynically honest with you, it's partly a ploy to try and boost my audience. Now, if you're one of my subscribers who is not a fan of the show, that's cool. I honestly don't mind one way or the other. I fully get why some people might not like it. That being said, if you're concerned about my intention to do episode follow-ups, if you're suddenly thinking, oh good lord, it's going to be a complete pony takeover, I'm gonna have to unsubscribe because I don't want my inbox constantly filled with stuff about that show, don't worry, okay? You do not need to go anywhere. I've still got plenty of other stuff that's going to be getting posted in the months to come. I was going to post something original this week, but my schedule wound up interfering, people got sick, and I just haven't been able to film anything until today, basically. So, it can wait, though. The point is, the pony stuff, while it is going to be more frequent until the season ends, you don't need to watch those if you don't like it, but you also don't need to go anywhere. There will be other stuff for you, I promise. If you're a fan of the show and you're wondering what those follow-ups are going to look like, just a quick little primer. They will feature Snazzy Chapeau, because he is my go-to pony guy. They will not, however, feature any footage from the episode itself. My editing software, for starters, is not good at capturing video. I have no idea why, it's just not. But also, you know, I probably wouldn't want to capture it anyway, because I always make it a point to legally obtain everything that I review. Every episode that I have reviewed so far, every movie, anything that you've seen me review, I always make a point to obtain legally. Either I buy it, or I rent it, or something. I don't want to be accused of pirating stuff, because, you know, I don't believe that's a good way to do things. But that's a whole debate for another day, and I really hope I didn't start some sort of long ranting argument in the comments about it. Now, that means the episode follow-ups are just going to be Snazzy talking. They won't be interesting to look at. Hopefully they will be interesting to listen to, but I suppose we'll wait and see what the response is. My intention is to get them up at the very latest the day after the episode premieres. I might even be able to get them up the same day it premieres. So it'll be a weekly thing. Again, if you're not into that stuff, you don't need to worry. I've got other stuff. Perhaps you're curious what other stuff. Well, I've got plenty more as written by Shakespeare's. In fact, pretty soon you'll be seeing the most complex as written by Shakespeare that I have yet to do, because it involves me playing multiple characters as opposed to just one delivering a speech. I'm sure you're all curious now, but I don't want to say anything more than that. I've got other plans as well. One of them does involve animation. Now, I know that by this point, I've said multiple times that I've got an animation program that I'm working on. I hope to get stuff up soon, but it's how many days later and I still have nothing to show for it. I'm gonna give you the full scoop on what's been going on. The program I've got is Anime Studio Debut 9. Now, from what I've heard, this is a good way for newcomers to animation to get started. I've been following the tutorial pretty much to the letter, and I encountered a very weird snag. Something that's just kind of stopped me cold. And I cannot, for the life of me, figure out what went wrong. So I put in a request to tech support to try and help me. It's taken them a little while, but I've finally gotten a response that I'm going to try out, and hopefully that will get me back on track, and hopefully very soon you'll be seeing some animated stuff from me. My full intention is to one day have Snazzy Chapeau capable of movement on his own, because I've got a whole bunch of stuff planned for him that's not actually pony related. I've got like a whole story arc with his character in the works. Speaking of story arcs, the Distorter will be coming back soon, and that's going to branch off into its own thing. Stuff with the Distorter is no longer going to be exclusively tied to bookending the reviews, because I don't want that to be the case. I've often kind of found it disruptive a bit at times when people who do reviews online try to build huge stories and have them bookend the reviews. Not that the stories are bad. Linkara has woven some amazing storylines on atop the fourth wall, but his most recent one with the King of Worms, where he's actually captured and in the belly of the beast, and he's still doing a review and commenting on how confusing it is that he's still reviewing something in spite of the fact that he never addresses... Long story short, I want the Distorter stuff to start becoming its own thing as well. So that's just an idea of what that's going to look like. So that also means that I'm going to slowly start shifting this channel more in the direction of original content. Not that the reviews will go away, mind you, especially not after my last Atomic Roast finally got to where I really wanted that series to be. Now that I've found my stride with it, I'm not going to abandon that, but I've never intended for this channel to be solely reliant on reviews. I'm a fiction writer by trade. I've got a lot of original ideas, and I want that to be the primary focus of this channel at some point. It's going to be a slow process, because I've got to build on stuff, but you'll be seeing far more in the way of as written by Shakespeare, far more in the way of original sketches, hopefully more in the way of animation. I really hope, fingers crossed, as much as I can get them crossed. And like I said, the reviews will still be there. They just won't be as frequent. Not that they've really been frequent at all, mind you, given my schedule. But, you know, that's my plan. So to recap, there are going to be more pony-related episode follow-ups for as long as Season 5 lasts. There's going to be more original content as well. And that is basically where we stand as of March 26th, 2015. I hope you all stick around, and I hope you enjoy what you see in the future. So, yeah, I guess that's that. And I don't want to prematurely get either my hopes or anyone else's hopes up, but there is potential that I might be getting a book published soon. That's all I'm going to say on that, because nothing is certain as yet. But you'll know soon enough. Anyway, just wanted to give you a brief update because I felt like I had to post something at some point. I am sorry for rambling as long as I have. I really hope you guys didn't mind. But I'm done now. So until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni-Viewer signing off.